Hello, welcome to the latest breaking news and politics. In this video, you will see important news on U.S. trending and breaking news. Please like this video, subscribe this channel. Donald Trump rally shooting being investigated as assassination attempt, officials. Former President Donald Trump was the target of an apparent assassination attempt Saturday at a Pennsylvania rally, days before he was to accept the Republican nomination for a third time. A barrage of gunfire set off panic, and the bloody Trump, who said he was shot in the ear, was surrounded by Secret Service and hurried to his SUV as he pumped his fist in a show of defiance. Trump's campaign said the presumptive GOP nominee was doing fine after the shooting, which he said pierced the upper part of his right ear. "I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound shots and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place," he wrote on his social media site. At least one attendee was dead and 2 spectators were critically injured, authorities said. The Secret Service said it killed the suspected shooter, who had said attack from an elevated position outside the rally venue, a farm show in Butler, Pennsylvania, and that Trump was safe. The attack was the most serious attempt to assassinate a president or presidential candidate since Ronald Reagan was shot in 1981. It drew new attention to concerns about political violence in a deeply polarized U.S. less than 4 months before the presidential election, and it could alter the tenor and security posture at the Republican National Convention, which will begin on Monday in Milwaukee. Trump's campaign said the convention would proceed as planned. President Joe Biden, who is running against Trump, was briefed on the incident and spoke to Trump several hours after the shooting, the White House said. "There's no place in America for this type of violence," the president said in public remarks. "It's sick. It's sick." Biden planned to return to Washington early, cutting short a weekend at his beach home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Many Republicans quickly blamed the violence on Biden and his allies, arguing that sustained attacks on Trump as a threat to democracy have created a toxic environment. They pointed in particular to a comment Biden made to donors on July 8, saying it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There was no immediate information on the shooter or their motivations. In the coming days, much of the focus will shift to the shooter and security lapses. The shooter was not an attendee at the rally and was killed by U.S. Secret Service agents, according to 2 officials who spoke to the Associated Press on the condition of anonymity to discuss the ongoing investigation. The officials said the shooter was engaged by members of the U.S. Secret Service camera assault team. The heavily armed tactical team travels everywhere with the president and major party nominees and is meant to confront any active threats while other agents focus on safeguarding and evacuating the person at the center of protection. Law enforcement recovered an AR-style rifle at the scene, according to a third person familiar with the matter who spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss the ongoing investigation. An AP analysis of more than a dozen videos and photos from the scene of the Trump rally, as well as satellite imagery of the site, shows the shooter was able to get astonishingly close to the stage where the former president was speaking. A video posted to social media and geolocated by the AP shows the body of a person wearing gray camouflage lying motionless on the roof of a building at AGR International Incorporated, a manufacturing plant just north of the Butler Farm Show grounds where Trump's rally was held. The roof where the person lay was less than 150 meters, 164 yards from where Trump was speaking, a distance from which a decent marksman could reasonably hit a human-sized target. For reference, 150 meters is a distance at which U.S. Army recruits must hit a scaled human-sized silhouette to qualify with the M16 rifle. The AR-15, like the shooter at the Trump rally had, is the semi-automatic civilian version of the military M16. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, whose department oversees the Secret Service, said officials were engaged with the Biden and Trump campaigns and taking every possible measure to ensure their safety and security. Trump was showing off a chart of border crossing numbers when the apparent shots began just after 6:10 p.m. It took 2 minutes from the moment of the first shot for Trump to be placed in a waiting SUV. As Trump was talking, a popping sound was heard, and the former president put his right hand up to his right ear, as people in the stands behind him appeared to be shocked.